Happy Tuesday! Today we're going to talk about how to set breakthrough goals for next year. Hi there, it's Asia Ray Coleman, and if you missed last week's video on how to do a proper year-end wrap-up that's going to kick butt, definitely check that out because that's going to set you up for today's exercise. Today we're going to talk about how to set breakthrough goals for 2018. And of course, this will work next year and next year. I do this exercise every year, and I think it really helps to take some time at the end of a year and really figure out what you want the next year to look like. It can change the course of the year, believe me. In the last part of the year-end wrap-up exercise, you defined what exactly in your life was most important to you right now, and what do you know? That's the beginning of a goal-setting exercise. So the first thing I want you to do is get very clear on what I call your core desired feeling. Your goal should always stem from how you want to feel on a daily basis. So one of my core desired feelings is joy. And I experience as much joy when I'm having a dance party by myself in my bathroom as when I book a big role. And the key is that your core desired feeling should be something that you can get to from intrinsically motivated things. Like, I am very much in control of whether I feel joy or not. No one else is in control of that. So I'm going to direct you to my favorite library of core desired feelings and images. And this was created by a coach that I love, Danielle Laporte. And the link to that is on today's download. So stay tuned for how to get that. The second thing I want you to take a look at is what are 10 really smart goals for the year. So you may have heard me talk about SMART goals before, but SMART goals have some very specific characteristics. They are specific, they are measurable, they are actionable, they're relevant to what you're trying to accomplish this year, and they're also time-bound. So today's download will take you through the steps of creating a SMART goal. I want you to really get clear on what the 10 SMART goals are in all areas of your life this year. Now, once you have your 10 goals in place, I want you to take a step back and make sure your goals match these standards. The first one is to make sure that your goal is in alignment with your core desired feeling. You don't want your goals to be conflicting with how you want to feel. For example, if one of your core desired feelings is abundance and another goal is to get a new car this year, but you know that car is going to set your budget way out of alignment. That's not really in alignment with your core desired feeling. So take a step back and make sure that those two things match. The second thing I want you to evaluate your goals on is to make sure that they're not based on what you or someone else thinks you should be doing. For example, if you have a goal to lose weight because you think that all actresses should be a certain weight in Hollywood and that actresses have to be a certain weight in order to succeed, but that's not really in alignment with what you deep down know to be true or what is really going to make you happy this year, then ditch that goal. Be really honest with yourself and evaluate whether this goal is coming from something that's not quite true or whether this goal is coming from a place of truth for yourself. The third thing I want you to think about is whether you want these goals badly enough to do what it takes to get there. Sometimes growth can be uncomfortable, and if we're not really compelled by the things we set out to do, it can be easy to give up on them. And so make sure that you're willing to do even things that may be a stretch to reach your goals this year. The last but not least thing I want you to think about is whether these goals are ones that you are willing to be responsible for. Are these ones that you can take a look at in the mirror every day and say, yeah, I'm still committed to going for that goal. I'm willing to hold myself accountable to achieving that goal this year. Now, once you have your list of however many goals actually fit these standards, I want you to set a time on your calendar each week to check in with yourself about your progress toward these goals. And I also want you to post them in a place where you can easily see them and keep track of them and remind yourself of what you should be working on a daily basis. Now, I have a gift for you, and that is our goal setting worksheet. That's going to make it super easy for you to go through the steps of this process. And you can download that at actingresourceguru.com/year-end goals. So go ahead and grab that download and enjoy the process of goal setting this year and envisioning what your 2018 is going to look like. I wish you the best, and I will see you next week. Happy New Year. Bye.